Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get some work done.
I think she's a little younger here too.
She's younger there, younger and blonde. Yeah, she's a young blonde. All right, and you're the young brunette.
Yes.
Wow, she's cute.
Beautiful
Cute,
eyes,
yeah.
yeah.
She's got nice eyes, very
I feel like
pretty.
Puerto Ricans always have really nice eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody always thinks I'm Italian because I have light eyes.
Yeah. Italian, Puerto Rican, Puerto Italian.
Italian.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do a nice short haircut. Now just let's look at the hair. It's quite kind of fine hair. Yeah, it looks like it might have some texturizing. It's curly too. If we come and have a look around the sides and the back. So it needs to be... hey Jesse, good to see you, man. Happy New Year, everybody. What we need to do here is we need to like get in there with a precision-based hair cutting. So I am gonna hand the phone over, or the camera, over to Olivia. I'm gonna get my red scissor comb. She's got a low hairline here too. This is the kind of hair with it curly, it's fine, it gets a bit transparent. We don't want to make it look too transparent. I'm going to take my Hydro Mist, which is my spray conditioner, and I'm going to douse the hair. We wash the hair with daily shampoo. I'm going to douse the hair in Hydro Mist, and I'll use it as my cutting lotion. You blow dry your hair, Amanda?
Yes.
Do you use a brush?
Yes.
What kind of a brush? A round brush. Just try and smooth it all out, yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to give you a great haircut. You come and stand here, Olivia. We're going to give you a great haircut, so it's going to make it a lot better. Does that sound like a plan?
Yes.
Stan, good. Who usually cuts it, Amanda?
I go to somebody in Queens.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And who are they? Is it a regular hairdresser?
Francesco. Yeah, I've been going to him for the past 5 months.
How'd you meet him?
So I used to go to somebody else in that salon to get my hair colored.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine recommended him to me.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to kind of clean all this up. I'm going to drop that chair down just a little. Sections are on a slight diagonal. Lock that chair in. Keep the camera. There you go. I got you. Hello, Victoria Wodarski. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Diagonal back sections, sectioned at the round of the head. Right around the temple area here, we're going to take this in nice and clean. You don't want the hair to bunch up there. So we take that in nice and tight. Keep the sections nice and clean. I'm working with my red scissor comb. I'm working with the fine teeth of the comb to get precision in my work. And there you go. Small little bits, and we'll just comb that hair forward. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to chip around. Are you getting a good angle there?
Yeah.
Chip around. Second section. Keep your sections nice and clean. Over-directing the hair slightly forward, building into a little bit of weight. We call this finger width. Now, Amanda's hair's fine, so if you don't cut it perfectly, it's gonna wave. And she fights the wave because she wants her hair to be straight. It's just the thumb that moves, so just one blade moves, see that? And I like to comb it after each cut. Just move back a smidging, please, Olivia. Thanks, love.
All up in your grill.
You get all up in my grill. So a little bit longer than finger length. If I go too short, I think the hair might get too transparent. With the hair damp, the hair looks finer. When the hair dries, the hair's gonna look thicker. Diagonal back sections following the shape of the head. You take your section, you comb onto your finger, there's your guide, and you just cut that right there. When you comb the hair down after each cut, you get to see how on point you are. If the hair moves or waves a little, it means it wasn't cut perfectly in sync. So you always comb after you cut to see how that's sitting. Look at the amount of hair that she's got here. It's a lot. When was your haircut last, Amanda?
A month ago.
A month ago. Do you pay for your haircuts usually? How much?
45.
How much?
45.
$45. Okay. So keep it nice and clean. Your comb goes right onto the section. Straight out. The guide is right there. And then we comb it down. Behind the back of the ear, same thing. Get right in. This is the bit that Olivia likes. If I do the special move, I just remembered. Remember?
There we go.
There it is. Just gonna comb that forward. Right here. Put my finger in here. And I'm just gonna very lightly, small little chippy motions, just chip that hair away. I'm gonna comb the hair back. Comb the ear back and comb the hair back. And again, I'm just gonna chip in. Chip, chip, chip. Really precise. Having a look at the hair. Seeing how that hair falls. She's got a little wave to her hair. Feels like there's a little bit of weight right there. So let's lift it up. And there it is, that little corner. Just take that corner away. Check it right in here. Now she's been getting this shortcut, but it's been left too long on the top. When the hair's curling, it's left too long. She's got the overall idea of the shape, but it's not as good as it can be. So today we're going to really maximize it. Yep. Precision-based cutting on hair like this is critical. Keep your sections nice and clean, fine teeth of the comb, over-directing the hair slightly forward, building up weight. I'm building into a little bit of weight here. So I'm not cutting directly above the section. I'm over-directing the hair forward towards me so that I can build in a little bit of weight. I don't want the hair to be too transparent, so I'm not taking it too short. But in the nape here, and this is why we use smaller scissors. Yep, this is why we use smaller scissors, a 5 or a 5.5 inch, so that you can get your fingertips right into the nape. Right here, so you put your comb there on the section, then your finger comes in, and you comb it onto your finger, and you set that hair in. Don't focus on the details just yet. Focus on the overall section. Focus on the overall balance of the shape. Get consistency and speed. Yeah, consistency and speed. Detail comes later in the cut. So we'll put it in general proportion. I can do some minor detailing to make sure I feel good about where we're going. But I'll do my major detailing once I've put in the general shape. And the general shape is going to be cut precisely so I don't have to do too much cross-checking. I'm not a big fan of over cross-checking my work. Now she does have a low hairline. We want to keep it soft and we want to keep it feminine. Yeah? So keep it nice and clean. See how I control the hair? Notice how the fine teeth of the comb, again, over-directing this hair over, building a little bit of shape. You can see the length here, so we've got a little bit of weight build-up right there. Your section should be the same thickness each time. That's going to make for a more perfect cut. We can texturize later. We can do all the things that we want later. But for now, we're just going to keep it nice and precise. Let's speed up the process. So if you're just tuning in, we've got a lot of things happening for Arrojo in 2019. A lot of exciting stuff. Our education calendar is done. And we're slowly putting the final touches on it. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening. The first class is going to be, our first hands-on class is here in February. It's razor haircutting with me. So if you want to learn my technique, then definitely come to that. You can get the class online at arrojopro.com. $800 for a 2-day hands-on straight razor class. You want to learn razor cutting from me? I'm guaranteed to be on that class. If you want to see us before that, we're going to be in a few different places. Next Monday, that's Monday the 14th, I'm going to be in Greenwich, Connecticut. And I'm going to be at Pixie Hair Studio. And you can come and see us for a complimentary class. It's a Happy Mondays class. Myself, I'm going to be joined with a fellow ambassador, very successful owner. His name is Derek Anthony. Super successful owner, great hairdresser. Just celebrated $1 million in business. And he's only been in business a couple of years. So phenomenal business owner, great inspirational guy. Come and check him out with me at Pixie Hair Studio. Now the class is complimentary. We're gonna have wine, crackers, and great inspirational haircutting for Monday night. The following weekend, if you're gonna be in New Orleans, Lena Arrojo, my wife, is gonna be there. And she's gonna be teaching. And she's going to be doing a thing called Elevate Hair, which is something that a former employee of mine, Mr. Tatum Neal, has developed. And Lena's going to be there in New Orleans. February the 4th, I've got Happy Mondays here in New York City. And we're planning also for Happy Mondays in Chicago on February the 11th. So that's just for tasters. We also are going to be doing some exposés and Happy Mondays. Denver, Salt Lake City, Montreal, New Orleans. So we got plenty of ideas for education. We're going to be at all the trade shows. The ISSE trade show. I'm going to be teaching a hands-on razor class. American Wave certification. The new year's started and we're going to be busy pushing through. Also in my brand this year, we're going to be expanding. Our Tribeca location has been very successful, and Olivia, who's behind the camera, she works in our Tribeca location. Well, we're expanding the salon. We're doubling the size of the salon, and we're going to create our digital studio. So we'll have a fully immersive digital studio by the middle of the year, and we're going to slowly start to increase what we teach through our online portal. So that's going to be very exciting. Definitely sign up for arojosocial.com. You can get the app, Arojo Social, from the App Store, and you can stay connected to Arojo. All right, so I've worked all the way through. Now I'm going to start to work over the head. So when I say work over the head, I'm going to start to work over the head. So I'm going to comb this hair. This hair is now horizontal. So I'm starting to build up weight. I don't want to cut the hair too short. She's used to having a lot more hair on the top than what I would recommend. But right now I'm just going to slowly start to build up the shape. Do you push it more one way than the other, Amanda?
The way better.
Put more that way. Great. So this way we're going to start to build up the weight, and she has texturizing in here, but way too much length. When you have length like this, you have to really mush it around to make it look good. So when we cut it shorter, it's actually going to look thicker and piecier. It's going to look better. Now what we want to watch for in the mirror, come behind and see in the mirror. We want to watch for, we don't want to make sure it doesn't bubble up too much right here. I'm going to drop the chair down because now I'm working on the top. That's going to help me to get right on top of the section. I'm not going to over-direct, I'm still over-directing it, but I'm not pulling it all the way down right now. Slightly more elevation as I go. And notice how I comb it nice and clean from the base of the root. All the texturizing is going to be done later. Again, I'm just focusing on general shape. She has a lot of hair that she doesn't need. Yeah, she doesn't need it. If she wants that short kind of cute cut, she doesn't need it. So keep your sections clean. Work over the head. Notice how I'm cutting right the way into the back. So you'll notice I come all the way through. I've got my lovely hydro mist here. You cannot spray too much hydro mist in. It will never make the hair greasy or oily. You cannot spray too much of the hydro mist in. It's a lightweight spray conditioner. I like to use it to cut with. It helps me coat the hair. It adds shine. I sell it as a great refresher. It's a resetting spray. So for people that maybe don't want to wash their hair every day, which is a lot, you can reset your hair with hydro mist. Lighter than water. All the way up and over. Now you can see the length that we've built into. And I always push that hair to see how it kind of looks in the mirror. All right, the head can come over a little bit this way. Stay over the head. We're working into length now. We don't want to over direct it anymore, else it's going to get too long. So now we're lifting the hair straight up. I'm seeing that when she's had this haircut in the past, it's been texturized. When you texturize curly hair like this, sometimes you don't get the effect. If you saw my first haircut, was a short haircut. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a slight undercut. And the undercut itself, and we cut it dry, and we did a lot more texturizing because the texture of the hair was different to the texture of the hair here.
Melissa has a question about the barbering class in February. Does she bring her own tools? And how long is it?
If you're joining the barbering class, you get a kit with a Rojo as part of the program. The program is approximately 3.5 to 4 months long, and it's a very in-depth barber program. So you can get all the information on a Rojo cosmetology. If you are interested, you come down for a tour. The barbering program we started last year. It's been very successful, and we have some amazing barbering teachers. So we're doing barbering, which is very intricate with scissor cutting as much as clipper cutting. And we're trying to create and develop. And we do have a lot of techniques online that you can check out on our subscription, where we really focus on men's hairdressing. We'd love to see you. Come down for a tour, come and check it out. We'll teach you how to shave, we'll teach you how to clipper, we'll teach you how to cut, and we'll also share with you what great opportunities you can have in men's hairdressing. Because barbering has been very popular. I like to say it's been in vogue for a long time. But right now, I think it's going to start to move into a transition, because a lot of people from the barbering school want to work in high-end stores. How much do you charge for a men's haircut, Olivia?
$88.
$88. So you see, a premium price is kind of something that the Rojo brand really promotes and believes in. I'm going to save the bangs till last. I'm working them over the center of the head now. So we comb that hair down, comb it across. And you can see what we've done is we've sat this in a little bit snugger, and now we're going to get in here and take away the lump that she's got through this side. I'm going to lift the chair up. We have chairs with hydraulics so that you can get in the right position. I'm going to use the hydro mist again. Amanda, how are you doing? How's your makeup career going?
Pretty good.
Yeah? What kind of stuff do you do?
Weddings, basically anything that anybody needs, photo shoots. Haven't done fashion week yet. That's long.
Well, you got to tell Christine. Is it Christine who you spoke to for this?
Yes.
Christine books all of our makeup artists for all of our shows.
Oh, really?
So you got to get connected.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, we got to do it, baby. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did on the opposite side. Section the hair off where the head rounds. I'm going to start right in here. There's not much space between the eyebrow and the temple, so we're going to sit this temple in tight, like a tiger. Yeah, sit it in, create a little bit more space. Come through here. When you're working, you can't use clips. So you're working in here, don't use clips. But this is where you practice real good combing. Finger width here. We call this finger length because it's the width of my fingers. Right there. My fingers are not following the head flat. I'm actually coming slightly away from the head to build up a little bit of weight in the shape. And it's just the one thumb that moves for precision-based cutting. We comb that hair forward now, and we rest, and I just chip. Chip, chip into the hair. Keep it nice and clean. Next section, fine teeth of the comb, coming through. Just the thumb moving in the hair. Next section, fine teeth of the comb. Down we go. Notice how I comb it after each cut. That's allowing me to see how the hair lies. If it's cut really well, it will lie really well. When I comb it, it won't wave. It will just collapse and look smooth. So that's why, notice how I take my section with the wide teeth, I comb the hair with the fine teeth, and then afterwards I comb it with the wide teeth. Now if you're just tuning in for the first time, tonight we have a big event here at Arrojo. We are celebrating 10 years of Arrojo Cosmetology School. I opened my cosmetology school 10 years ago, 2009. And it's 2019. So January 2009, we've graduated hundreds and hundreds of students over the years. A lot of them will come back today. Our teachers will come back, our former teachers. We're gonna celebrate Arrojo Cosmetology. We have two schools now. We have the school here in Soho, which is what we like to call our boutique school. And then we also have a school in Tribeca, which is under a little bit of renovation, a little bit for the school, but mainly for the salon. But we're modifying it and improving it. So you'll definitely be invited. When we do the relaunch of Arrojo Tribeca, you can come down and see what we've got and see what we're doing. So you see how I'm just working in the front parts of my fingers, comb that hair forward. Let's just come in here and just clean up just a little. I'll put a focus on the details later. I'm going to continue to work with what we call diagonal back sections. I'm going to start to build the weight up. So you can see we've got weight building up here. So I'm building up the head shape. When you learn short hair cutting, it's all about the position of your fingers and the consistency in the section and the combing. So work precisely, methodically, cleanly, so you can get that precision-based cut. We do the detail work later. We're just putting in general shape right now. Olivia, I think you was going to ask a question, was you? Or was you just yawning? I can't remember.
No, Dennis has a question. Will you be at Alex's salon in Chicago?
I sure will. We have a schedule to be going to Alex's salon. I believe it's either before the summer or straight after the summer. We may be there twice. But I'll be in Chicago a lot. I'm in Chicago now once a month. So I'll be in Chicago a lot. We have an amazing distributor there, Beauty Craft, and we're doing phenomenal things in Chicago. We'll also be at the Big Hair Show, America's beauty show. The president is my dear friend. The new president, should I say, is a dear friend of mine. And I'm talking about the president of the association. Her name's Karen Gordon. Yep, so Karen's the new president. Arrojo will be there. We'll have a lot of our ambassadors working with us at the trade show in the early spring. We'll be excited for that. So we love our Chicago. I don't know if I like deep dish, but I definitely like Chicago.
I love deep dish.
You love deep dish. Oh, you're okay. You're only 12. Yeah? It doesn't stick to you like it sticks to me. Yeah? It goes straight on my hips. Ooh, baby, don't you talk like that. Okay, so now fine teeth of the comb, working into the hair that's already been cut from the opposite side. You can see she's got a little bit of extra length here and here, but we got techniques for that. Again, I'm not focusing so much on the detail, I'm focusing more on the general shape. Fine teeth of the comb, working all the way through. Fine teeth of the comb. Now you see we're working into the previously cut hair, which is right there. And I comb the hair down. And I'm always using my eyes to look to see how well the hair is actually sitting. Look at the excess hair here. So much excess. See right here? There's the excess hair. Don't let your sections get too diagonal. Keep them slightly diagonal. And make sure you comb the hair straight out.
Katrina Williams asks, how can a licensed hairdresser become a part of the Arrojo creative team?
You have to carry a Arrojo product in your salon. So whether you're an independent hairdresser or you work in a branded salon as an employee or as a renter, you have to use a Arrojo product. If you carry an Arrojo product, you can apply to become part of the Ambassador Artistic team. Yeah, you go to Arrojo Social and you'll send us in a video for the artistic team. We're just beginning, really. Last year was the creation of the Arrojo Artistic team. We have about 25 people on the art team right now. We're launching a distribution in Florida, so we're going to be building that team. And you get a lot of education, and then you're on call to help do product and local classes to help support the growth of the Arrojo brand. If you're interested, get connected. If your salon doesn't carry Arrojo, talk to your salon owner, see if they're interested. But you have to carry the products because we can't have a hairdresser rep the product if they're not using it every day. It just doesn't make sense.
Isn't it crossover?
Okay. See, I'm just looking in here just to clean that up. I don't want to do any more than that because I want to focus on the detail later. You're always using your eyes, and I'm going to work across the hair this way, just as we did on the opposite side. So we know that she tends to push it more towards her right. So we're going to start to build up that length. Let's use a little bit of moisture. She does have curl to her hair. She doesn't like it. She likes it nice and straight.
And just remind us why we are cutting Amanda wet versus dry.
Well, because the first haircut was cut dry, A, for a change, and B, because I could see it more visually. We're cutting Amanda's hair wet because her hair, in its natural state, is very curly, or it has quite a strong wave to it, maybe not very curly. It's fine hair and I need to control it. When you cut hair wet, it's easier to control. When you cut hair dry, it's more visual. So I need to control it, but I always like to work from wet to dry. So when I say I like to work from wet to dry, I like to work from a damp state to a drier state, so I can see the fabric. It's much easier to control. Keep your sections nice and clean. Precision-based work is beautiful. We need to charge more for the quality and the caliber of our work. In my salon, we train every day. Right now, there's a training class. The testament to our success is through our education. We always have great hairdressers being developed in training and evolving. That's how we've managed to stay in business for 18. We're moving into our 18th year. We started the business in 2001. How old were you in 2001?
I'm sorry, I was totally...
How old was you? You was in year...
2001, I was 7.
Watch this, watch.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I need to get more comfortable with focusing on speaking and looking at the camera. But 2001, I was 7.
How old were you, Amanda?
I'm not good with math, so.
You're 27 though,
Yeah.
right? So she was
17 years ago.
like
so
9,
she was
10.
9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So what I was. Fine teeth of the comb. There you go, nice and clean. She's got more wiggle at the front. Around the front area. It's where it kind of wiggles a lot, so we're going to work on that in a few minutes. I don't want to cut the hair too short to begin with. Yeah, but I've got to get it cut nicely. So we're just working up and over until we reach the hair that we've already cut on the opposite side. I'm just rotating my fingers just for comfort. So when you go to the outsides of your fingers, it's for comfort. Whereas if I do this, it's less comfortable than if I were to do this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come across the top of the head. So I'm going to go this way. Comb that hair forward. I'm going to lift this hair straight up. And there's the little piece. Yeah, that little connector. Across. Keep it nice and clean. Elevate up, and you see there's the connector. See that? So let's just connect. I can texturize later, but right now I just want to connect in. There it is. All right, you'll have to move away from there, Olivia, because I can't see a thing. I still can't see a thing. Ah, thank you, Olivia. So
You're welcome. What, are you using the mirror?
Yes, I'm using the mirror. Mon chéri, the mirror. Lifting this up. She's looking cute. Cuter. Now I can speak American. Comb that hair forward. Comb it around. Nice. Okay, let's clean the hair out. Just there you go. Shake that hair away. Okay. Right, go around there. The opposite side. That's it. Now let's tackle the bangaroonies. There's going to be a bunching up right here because we cut the hair that way. But now what we're going to do is we're going to taper the hair down. So I'm not going to cut a blunt line in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of taper the hair down. And here we're just going to chip away. Very controlled. Come through. Section. Comb the hair over. Fine teeth of the comb. In. In. Nice, it's looking good. You feeling good? Mm-hmm. I knew you would. That's my sleep pillow thing. That's what he says in his TV commercial. So I'm just rounding down. Now we're at the cowlick area. Yeah, when people have curly hair, they just have a lot of cowlicks. So you'll see it right here. So we're gonna work into that, and I'll come from the opposite side.
See, I thought cowlicks were always in the back.
No, you see? You learned a lot today. You learned head and shoulders, and you learned about cowlicks. All right, let me close your eyes. Lightly just clean the hair away. And now let's come from here. The opposite side. She's getting more power, is that right?
I did, yeah.
And here. Let's comb that down. So cut hair, not corners. So if you make a slight mistake, or not mistake, if you don't get a clean section, go back and get a clean section. Keep it nice and clean. Coming from the opposite side is going to help you also. Remember, I've done no texturizing yet. None whatsoever. I'm just taking that like corner out around the bangaroonie. You're always looking. When I started working at Vidal Sassoon in 1983, I always used to watch my hairdressers. The two of the best hairdressers there was a guy called Mark Hayes, who still works for Vidal Sassoon, and he is the international artistic director. I used to assist him, and a lady called Pam Roscoe, who was a brilliant hair cutter, and she was tough too. She was tough. So it was good, because in those days you got a lot of discipline, and I'm a firm believer that discipline is good for all of us. A little discipline never hurt. Okay, there she is. Right, now I think it might be time to do a little bit. We'll come through this way. Yeah. I'm not going to texturize just yet. There's just a little corner there. So this is a much more, this is a much better length for her hair, because it's going to be easier to go short and easier to control. Now it's time for me to do a little texturizing. Just a little. I don't want to go in too deep. It'll make it too weak. So just a little texturizing right at the edges, just to soften out that line. We got the general shape in. Soon it's going to start. We did a little bit of detailing with the bangaroonies. And now what we're going to do, good catch, Amanda. That's it, she wins the prize. Now we start to focus in on a little detail. So if you're interested in classes, we have scissor classes, razor classes, color classes. We have combination classes, scissor and razor, color and cutting. We have a great combination of classes. All of our classes are available on arojonyc.com. And you can come to the academy here in New York. If you're a business owner, you may want to think something that we're just going to launch this year. It's only going to be 75 people. It's a program called Inspired. Yeah, it's a 2-day program in October. It's going to be all about inspiration. It's for salon owners. Salon owners need to feel and they need to keep inspired. It's a big task running salons. Not only do you have to focus on running the business, you also have to focus on the personnel. You have to help them. So you also have to fill up your well. And this event that we're going to do in October is called Inspired, and it's an inspirational kind of reboot. So if you're feeling like, a lot of salon owners all the time tell me that they're overwhelmed. And when you open up a business for the first year, it's exciting. But year 5, year 6, the good news is if you're still in business in 6 years, you're successful. But are you making money? Are you making what you want to make? inspired is our new program. And it's 2 days. It's going to be a very boutique, high-end, elegant, inspirational event that will give you the inspiration and the success to help you through. And it'll all be about the salon owner and the team leader. Only going to be 75 seats. We're going to start selling that literally in a couple of weeks. So if you're interested, stay focused. It's going to have a premium price to the ticket because we're going to make it super high-end. You doing good, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay, so right now there's the length that we've cut. Well, now it's time to just refine. So let's come to the hairline here. I'm going to spin round. You can keep the camera. And let's have a look and see how we're going to refine this. The first thing that I want to do is I want to kind of create like a baseline. So now I'm just going to chip in. And I don't want it to be a hard line, but I'm going to try and go to what I call the actual kind of create the hairline, because she does have a lot of, she has a lot of natural hair right in here. So we want to kind of create like a structure. So I'm just point cutting in to kind of create the exterior line. So with the points of the scissors. Now here's a great technique. I'm gonna ask Amanda to look left and right. That's it, quickly. It's okay, you don't have to go slow. She did it so professional. That was a professional left and right. Do you do yoga?
No.
Well, I think you just did. You just did neck yoga. That was like... Because what that does is it just shows me the hairline, how the hair sits. So you see how we've kind of created a baseline for that? Yeah, and now what we can do is we can just clean up a little, because we've kind of created the baseline. It's nice to, I mean, when clients are young, like Amanda is, you know, the skin's tight, nice and taut. But if you're cutting with a scissor, I tend to rarely use a clipper on my female clients, you know, unless they're adamant. I like to get it close with a scissor. Yeah. Again, personal preference. Left and right, please. Yoga. Thank you, yoga. Alright, so you can see that that's coming. Now in here, I'm going to come up and I'm just going to chip. A little bit of light chipping into the hair. Chipping in. Again, this is the detail work, so you're using your eyes and you're looking, you're seeing where your eye draws you. Did you have a question?
No questions. I just wanted to spread some of the really nice comments here. Jamie Levine says, "What a pleasant surprise to get to watch Nick do his pixie magic."
Jamie Levine used to work for Arrojo.
She also...
She went to our school, I think.
Oh, did she?
I think she may have done. Or she went to Aveda and joined. I can't... My memory, I think she may have gone to Aveda and joined us after Aveda.
And then Dennis says, "Perfection never changes, classically perfect."
Thank you so much. So the wide teeth of the comb, and I'm just slightly chipping into the softness of the hair. This will create some diffusion. If you don't get this consistent like this, what happens is it's darker in spaces, so you're looking at the overall shading. You want to see how it all sits in. Again, once you clean the hair off, you can go back to an area. Once you've moved your eyes away from an area, and then you look back at it again for a second time, what happens is you see something different. Feeling good about that. Let's come back here. Drop it down. I'm gonna go with my white comb. Did you put my texturizers away?
I did. I didn't think that you would need it.
She's so good. combing this hair forward this way. Okay. This is Amanda Williams. She's like the Michelle. And she's the Puerto Rican version.
The brunette version.
So I'm not going to use my texturizing shears because somebody put them away.
They're right there if you need them.
That's okay. I can manage without. Sometimes it's nice to just take your hand that you hold the scissors with and kind of have a push the hair around. See how the hair likes to fall. We used this before, we'll use it again. This is called dry conditioner. This is this product here. It's called Refresh Dry Conditioner. Clean some of those hairs up. Close your eyes. Just a light dusting. That light conditioner is just going to give the hair, it's just going to calm it a little. I went to the white comb with the white teeth just so that I can now just soften the edges. And you're just looking for that detail. Right in here. Second shortcut of the day. I start clients today at 1 o'clock. I got a full day from 1 until 7 o'clock. I'll be cutting from 1 till 7:30. We have a presentation tonight celebrating 10 years of Arrojo cosmetology. What's that? Cosmetology.
Francesco asks, would you recommend slice cutting on this length of hair at this stage?
You know, you can. You can. I don't want to kind of cut the hair too thin. You can. It's quite short, so point cutting I find is better for me, for this client. But you know, I might want to kind of take it and slice cut in here if I wanted it more piecey. But I don't want it too piecey because I think it's better less piecey personally. Just want to soften it out. But again, you know, never get bored. So keep using different techniques. Yeah, if you use one a lot, change it so you don't get too bored. That's my advice. When you're cutting short hair, you gotta kind of think about the scalp, the shape of the head. You know, look for the way in which the hair grows. Move the hair around a little, use your eyes. You see, like in here, you might say, hey, you know what? That might need a little softening. We're working on fine wavy hair and she wants a shorter, straighter cut. Yeah. So again, notice how I've taken my hands out and just pushing that hair around, seeing how that hair sits. She's got great features. She's got, you know, a beautiful face, so she's in good shape. She's got one real eye, one glass eye, so she's in good shape. Make sure you comb it every way. Don't just comb it one way. Push that hair around. Look for the detail. It's always the case. My fingers are a little deeper now, so I'm softening a little bit more. So when I say my fingers are deeper, it means there's more hair there. More hair there. Comb forward.
Just another question.
Yep.
Would you have point cut the top and putting in the shape and thus saving your time at the end?
No, because it was already texturized. I wanted to put a bit more structure in. In the salon, this will take me 25 minutes, tops. I don't like to run late. I like to run to time. This will take me 25 minutes. It's a little harder today when you're doing it in front of a camera. Also, when you can't really see as well, when your camera is, you know, because we've got a camera in and around. We're taking our time. But yeah, in the salon, literally, 25 minutes. I book on the 45. This is done in 25. No problemo. You didn't know I could speak Spanish, did you?
And can you elaborate exactly why you push the hair around as you're visually looking?
I'm looking for weight. I'm looking to see if there's any buildup of weight anywhere. So when you push the hair around, it kind of tells you. Use your eyes. So when you push the hair this way, you see how it falls and how it moves. You push the hair this way, exactly the same. So you're just always looking. And if you push it from side to side, you know, you're gonna see the pieciness of the shape. You're looking for the balance here, the structure. You know, she doesn't have straight hair. She has lightly textured hair. So we're gonna get it perfect because otherwise she's gonna beat me up. Almost done. Now we will use a little bit of product. I think we will use a little bit of defining cream in the hair. And then we'll dry it. Move the dryer through it. So don't forget, if you're interested, definitely check us out. You can come to the salon tonight. We have a party from 7 to 10 o'clock. Presentation with our alumni. They're going to be presenting their techniques. We have some young hairdressers, and even Olivia, who is a young hairdresser, but by her book, she's kind of seasoned now. Yeah. She's going to be presenting too. So model presentation about 8 o'clock. Come down, have a glass of wine, a glass of champers with us. Celebrate our cosmetology school, 10 years. If you're interested in cosmetology school, come down, check out the school, check out the vibe, check out who we are, check out what we believe in. And then next week, I'm going to be in Connecticut, Greenwich, Connecticut, at Pixie Hair Studio. And always come check us out. Complimentary education. Come and see us in person. Happy Mondays. We'll go for a drink after. And then Elevate Hair. Lena Arroyo is going to be at Elevate Hair. That's in New Orleans. And then the following weekend, we're going to be in Los Angeles at the ICE show, or the ISSE show. And I'll have my trade booth there, and my ambassadors are going to be there helping. So we got a fun-packed start to the year.
Francisco asks, is the top disconnected at any point?
No, Francisco, the top is not disconnected at all. It's all connected in. You can see, it's all connected in. No disconnection whatsoever. You don't want disconnection on this kind of hair, because on this kind of hair, if she's going to wear her hair straight and it's disconnected, you're going to end up with a lump. And I don't want a lump. My lady lumps. All right, let's clean the hair off. We're almost done. We'll just start to see how she looks. I'm going to clean the hairline up just a little more before I move off from here. So come down here. You can unplug now. I think we're going to survive, yeah?
Yeah.
Chin down for me, please, Amanda. Thank you. So just tighten. Just gently line the scissors flat. Just tighten. Lie the scissors flat and just try and create that. So it's kind of a definitive hairline, but not a harsh line. It's kind of a little piece of side to side. There you go, and you'll see that we managed to get that. When she moves side to side, it allows her hair to fall into the perfect natural state. Okay. Let's take all the hair away. I'm going to take a little bit of defining cream and I'm going to blow dry it in. So this is our defining cream. Feel like you're taking acid? Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of this defining cream. It's a fresh one. Just take a little bit of it and we're going to just place it right in my thumb or in the palm of my hand. And I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to rub it in Rub it in, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. I'm gonna rub it in both hands so I get a nice film. So I've got a nice clear film, and I'm gonna work it into her hair. You can see that straight away.
You have a lot of fun playing with hair.
Yeah, when you're a freak like me.
I think as any hairdresser.
Yes, right. It's good. A little bit of hydro.
Did you apply it pre-styling to thicken it up? Or is there a particular reason why you used defining cream before blow drying?
I wanted to put it in, I'm going to blood blast it. I wanted to move it and manipulate it around, yeah? She wants the pieciness, and she gets the pieciness with the defining cream. Gives her that piecey look. Now we'll blast it with a dryer. So no round brush.
No
Round brush not needed.
Then whenever you get the chance, Nick, can you just go over the technique that you use for the latecomers?
Yeah, I'll go through everything. Well, the latecomers, the good news is latecomers, you can always go back and watch it. But I'll show you. And now I'm going to put some dry texture spray. This is called Refinish. Fog machine. To go with the nightclub vibe. So that gives it that texture now, you see. So that texture, that kind of thickness.
It gives it some shine too.
It gives it some shine. That's the defining cream. Give it a little bit of sheen. Also, it's the you know, the hydro mist. You like it?
I love it.
Yeah? So basically what we did was we sectioned at the round of the head, and then we kind of sat in and followed it all the way around. Once we got to this, as we transitioned from the side into the back, we then worked across the top. We went over the center of the head. So we cut literally all of this side first. Then we came back to this side, knocked it out, sectioned the hair, worked it all the way flat, and then we transitioned up and over. So pulling the hair up and over, leaving more length through the center. Then I cross-checked through the middle and just texturized. And then I literally came down the bangs and kind of took the weight out the bangs this way. So we don't have a corner there. That kind of sits the bang in. If she spins a little bit this way, see how that sits that bang in? As opposed to, so you literally take the corner out and it sits flatter. And then the rest, we kind of created our hairline. If you have a look here, we created like an outline for the hairline because she has quite a low hairline. And then we just personalized the cut. And we did 2 short haircuts today and we had a lot of fun. I think we had a lot of fun. Did you have a lot of fun?
I did.
So don't forget, you can definitely come and see us next week in Connecticut. I will be in Greenwich, Connecticut on Monday night, 5:30. RSVP, space is limited, complimentary. Also, Elevate Hair, next weekend in New Orleans. Definitely check out Lena. She's going to be there on stage sharing a Rojo technique. If you're interested in classes, you want to learn razor cutting, my signature technique, come to our razor class. Our first razor class of the year. It's Razor Fundamentals. It's going to be taught by me. And if you can't wait until February the 4th, then come down to Soho tonight for our cosmetology school celebration. 10 years of cosmetology. Loretta O'Connell is here in the house, and she's our teacher, she's our principal. She started the school with me 10 years ago, and you're actually kind of in the academy right now. And this used to be a big wine warehouse, and as I tell everybody, once I drank the wine, I turned it into an academy. So come and check us out. Amanda feels happy. Yes. I'm going to take some pictures of her. We'll post them on our Instagram. We'll see you next week for Brooklyn Live. Hopefully we'll be in Brooklyn. We weren't in Brooklyn this week because the city shut the water off for the 4th time. Thank you, Mr. de Blasio. Oh, yo. Thank you.